Well, today's Monday, it's the 28th of July, it's 2025, and we're down in Costa Blanes, right next to Puerto Portals, and not many people on the beach, so we've got it almost to ourselves. That's the entrance to Puerto Portals there, and the Captaineria, and we're actually right next to Marineland, so this is Marineland here. And as we came down, it looks as though the beach has actually shrunk. A bit less sandy beach here. After I compare it with some of the other beaches, some of the other videos that we've done. But, yeah, very, very quiet on this one. This one's, well, it's sandy, but there's quite a lot of pebbles on this beach. Certainly my memory is, as you go further out, there's quite a few rocks, but a good beach for swimming. And we're just outside the port. There's a lot of boats, some big catamarans, quite big catamarans moored out there. There's a few waves as well. Nothing big, but waves against the shore. And a little bit later on there will be some sunbeds. And parasols are there. A few clouds this morning, temperature's quite pleasant. I'm sure it's going to be nicer to see. There's one of the early boats going out. Anita's still working her way into the water. I think it's time for me to join her. Go and take the camera back. And there's somebody from the Ayuntamiento or somebody come to clean the beach, I think. We have got a shower on this beach, so that's good. And you start to hear the noise of the animals as well. And there's concrete areas here, so get away from the sand. Well, that was a lovely little swim, and we now have got the beach all to ourselves. I don't know what time it is. It must be coming up to about 8:30, 8:45, I guess. It is a little bit dull, and people have been coming down onto the beach and then going round to the next bay, which is right next to Puerto Portals, and I think that's a little bit more sandy. Maybe that's why they've gone there. Yeah, it may be that we've lost a little bit of sand on this beach, I don't know. Tiny, and when I say tiny, I mean tiny water park there with one slide. It's been there since we've been on the island. I think the children used to come down here years ago. And right next to that is what used to be Mood. Can't remember what it's called now. It's changed a little. Maybe these rocks have something to do with why the beach has changed shape. It looks as though they put the rocks in to protect the wall here. And it's obviously had that effect, but it may well have just moved the problem a little bit further down. Anita's given up walking because it's just pebbly. These what I'm walking on now are just tiny little pebbles. It's quite soft as well. I don't actually remember this being here, so I think this might be a fairly recent addition. I don't know, we're going to have another look, aren't we? Another little inlet. I'm not going to call it a beach. I do seem to remember walking along here. Now we've got some steps up. Beach ball might be opening up. Got Palm and over that way. There, that's what used to be Mood. I must have walked along here, but I can't remember it very well. Certainly don't remember it being so long. Yet it must have always been like this. I do remember there was a boat that sank off here, and it used to be somewhere the snorkelers and divers used to go. It's a nice boat out there. A nice little promenade for me. You should be wondering where I've gone. Heading in the direction of Son Caliu, and the trees, and I can see steps and walls and things. They'll be the houses that go along Costa Blanes towards Son Caliu. This has all been set up with benches which now have fallen into disrepair. But the actual promenade part where I'm walking is in good condition. It goes on. You will be wondering where I am. Another little inlet, which is where it looks as though it all finishes. Quite
steep down there. Some steps that go up here. To yet another promenade at a higher level, giving you a really nice view. Oh, I can hear the tennis now because we've got the tennis club just behind us. Puerto Portal's now in front of us. That's the path down below where I was walking. Well, I don't think I've ever done this one, so something new for me. Wow. I think I might end up having to walk through a bar this way. Oh well. So this is obviously how you get into the tennis courts. Don't think I'd ever thought about that, but that's it. And we've got a little gym here. Sporting Club Portals. I'm honest. Hey, how are you?
Well, thank you.
Well, you never know where and when you're going to meet somebody you know, do you? It's just there we are. His own personal gym by the sea.
I thought that was, this is a whole water area where you'll go and play.
And sometimes we'll go to Marina Land.
Now, that's a whole different thing. I don't know how that works with Marina Land.
The sun's getting through now. It has been quite dull first thing.
That's a question.
The sun's creeping through. So this is the bar I thought I was going to have to walk through. Actually, it's all set up for a gym class.
I've never been there, my love.
Yes, that is Marina Land.
Is that Marina Land? When did you go there?
And I've got some steps to go down.
Didn't you come the other school? To Marina Land.
Not sure whether I can walk down through that way. There is definitely a bar on that side. It's all closed up. And down here, the steps have sort of collapsed away, so it's a bit tricky. Luckily, I did remember to bring my shoes. I'm going to go up these steps. I may as well have an investigate. Maybe I can walk through. And this is the bar. And they've got a ramp. Is that for a wheelchair? I don't know. So that's the beach down there. I can walk along here now. And this is like a playing field. It opens up. It's not open 24 hours a day, it does get locked up in the evening. A few boat remains here. There's a basketball or football area. There's Anita sending the messages. Where's Daddy?
Well, it's been a nice little swim. We've come here, and Anita's just said we've come here to this beach where there is nobody. And we've seen two people now we know. Just a lady just come along who we know and just been chatting to her, and then I saw Jose doing his exercises. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. So bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.